But here we go. Towers of Doom, our second game in a best of 3 against 2Boosted and the new guys for HGC Open Division round number 1. Mystic, Towers of Doom, what is your favorite band? Let's see if you can get it out this time.
Uh, well, we're waiting for players for a long time, but I think Ragnaros is still pretty good on this map. Chromie is also a really good poker, so she
Okay.
can delay those alter channels for a really long time.
Okay.
Globals are really strong on this map too. Falstad, Dahaka, those are all really good. But
Do you think we're going to see the double shields banned out again? Because 2Boost is already hovering Tassadar.
shields are really strong, so if you want to go for a team fight comp and still pick up one of those other ones later, you totally can.
Right. Okay. Okay. Um, the other interesting thing for me, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but there was a Reddit post and a tweet today. Apparently, in SEL, pros have already decided to globally just ban Tassadar. That's how strong Tassadar is right now.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so,
Even
I mean,
after the
yeah,
nerfs?
even after the nerfs, pros have decided in SEL to ban Tassadar. And if you globally, and if you see, I mean, look at tonight is a great example. We have a Tassadar and a Zarya ban. Personally, my favorite is Zarya. I prefer Zarya over Tassadar. I think she does better damage, and she's a little more flexible in your team comp. Personally, that's just my opinion. But I also know how strong Tassadar is. I just think shields are overpowered right now. And 2Boosted saying, you know what, we really liked Arthas against you guys. We're going to go ahead and first pick him this time around.
It's just a plea though for Blizzard to please make more shield buster heroes.
Right? I mean, or I don't know. Maybe that's the decision. Maybe that's the right move. It's so hard to tell. Like, balancing a game of this size and this popularity at this point, it's hard to tell, right? And yes, doubters, this game is popular. It has the best looking logo out in Reddit /r/place for a game, beating both Dota 2 and League of Legends. Yes, I am going to pimp that out as we wait for the new guys to pick their next 2 picks. Do you think we're going to see something crazy?
Ooh, Lucio, really
Obviously,
good pick.
Lucio Falstad are not the crazy things I was referring to. But, like, I don't know. Vikings, Abathur. Vikings and Abathur are actually really not together, obviously, but Vikings and Abathur are actually pretty strong on this map.
Yeah, definitely. Hmm.
So do you think maybe we'll see that? Maybe we'll see, there's a lot of things we might see here.
Mm, I don't think we're gonna see something super cheesy like that. I think they're gonna pick pretty standard. So
Okay.
we're not gonna see something along the lines of like Medivh Stitches, right?
I mean, we might, right? You never know. Medivh Stitches is super strong on this map, so it's a possibility. But Mouth coming out. Again, Malfurion and Lucio, the 2 strongest healers. And, oh, yeah. Zeratul coming out. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, see you got the Zeratul there that kind of discourages the Viking pick if you're gonna go for that one.
Right. I mean, at this point, you're locked out of taking Vikings, right? Because you know Zeratul will just hunt you down if you go Vikings.
Hmm. Do you ban like a big AoE here, you think? Because you think Zeratul might pair the VP with a Jaina or something?
I support that as a ban pick, yeah. Even a Diablo would be really strong with that. And Diablo would pair nicely with Arthas. But we
Will they
get the
ban the
Chromie ban.
Chromie?
Hmm. That's an interesting ban to me. the new Barak there.
Yeah, they banned the Anubarak, so maybe the rest of their composition is Gul'dan and maybe some other ability user. I could totally see them picking up a Gul'dan.
No, I could see that. I could absolutely see that.
Or maybe the KT again.
Right. Well, I like Gul'dan a little bit better here just because the Gul'dan can give you higher wave clear.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I like that a little bit better personally over the KT. Although I guess KT works too. Really comes down to who you're going to pair KT with. If you go KT Johanna, then it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Taking their time, though, going deep into that time pool.
Oh, the Tyrael Li Ming.
Tyrael Li Ming. Now, I'm thinking back. We've covered a lot of TNG games. I don't recall seeing Tyrael play that much. That doesn't mean they don't know him. Just, I don't remember seeing him play that often.
I find it kind of weird that they pick Tyrael. I mean, if you ban out the Anubarak, okay, like, they're probably going for some mages and Tyrael counters that. However, the VP counters out Sanctification really hard.
Right. That's true. That's a good point.
Because for people that do not know, Sanctification is like an on-ground effect. So if you VP on top of the Sanct, it'll stop everybody. However, the Sanctification that has already been set on the ground will continue to go, and then it will disappear, and then VP will be over, and you won't have that Sanctification anymore.
No, that's true. That's very, very true. Tychus ETC. I feel like we've just swapped comps here a little bit. I mean, granted, it's not the whole comp, but I feel like we did a bit of the swapping there. Just for funsies. So, you're staring down the barrel of that. What do you feel like your last pick might be? You need to...
I mean, you probably need another tank, so it could be... I could see a Joe here, but I could also see, like, Murden here.
See, I kind of like the Murden a little bit better, honestly. At this point. If you were going to go another tank. I kind of also like the Sonya. Or even an Illidan with Hunt.
See, the reason I say Joe would also work here is because Joe has that blind, right? As soon as Tychus goes for any bit of damage, the blind is really long range. It can go out on the Tychus. And then the only damage they really have after that is like Arthas running at you and Zeratul coming after your backline. But
Right. But then instead we see a Leoric. I was not expecting that. Were you?
I was not actually.
I mean, Leoric is stronger now. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the changes they made to Leoric. Blizzard made to New York recently. I just did not expect that to be the case.
I think. Yeah. Never mind.
That's all right. So on the red team for 2Boosted, we have Rafflecopter on the Tychus. Sirius on the Arthas, Mr. Flaccid on the ETC, Heyo on the Malfurion, and Juki on the Zeratul.
And we have a Grim on the Falstad, and Ataro on Li Ming, Stu Manchu on the Leoric, Nailter on Lucio, and Saray on Tyrael for TNG.
So who do you think won this draft?
I'd like to say that 2Boosted won this draft.
Okay.
But it depends on how much damage they can squeeze out of their heroes.
Right. That makes sense. Okay.
Because if this was Hero League, I would say, oh yeah, I would, or Hero League, yeah, I'd give it to new guys.
So here's the thing I want to throw out there for you. With Lucio being your healer, you have no scouting drone type thing.
I think that's because... I think that's okay because these players are all really good. I think they're really good at scouting out the Zeratul, seeing that shimmer. Zeratul does not have an unrevealable stealth, so
Yeah,
He's
that's
one of
true.
those
That's true.
stealthies that you can spot out easier.
I do have to give Shure some props on his Tyrael skin and mount choice. They look very good together. So, typical, hey man, all 5 of us are mid. Let's go ahead and meet up, throw some damage out, see what happens. Arth is going top a little bit earlier than the Falstad there, and able to, you know, get his minions down a little faster. We do have a 4-man rotation going on. Well, we had a 4-man rotation. Looks like Leoric might stay bottom and throw some damage at ETC, while the other 3 members of New Guys goes top. Lucio kind of moving around a little bit. He was right on top of Zeratul for a bit. Obviously now he's not. Oh, Tychus. I want to say Tychus was in danger, but not really with ETC right there and Malfurion right there. So both teams kind of rotating around, doing their thing, soaking to get as high as they can before we see the first set of towers or altars pop up, which should be actually shortly. Camps are available. Are we going to see anybody grab those camps right away? Does not look like it. And there go the altars. So the camps on this map spawn at a minute 30. If you are on top of it and ready at a minute 30, you can actually capture those camps before the altar spawn. Now, because of the altar spawn location, I actually like what 2Boosted is doing here. They're grabbing the camp now because they can take the camp and they're already on top of the altar, as that is the altar that spawned. So now they're going to have...
yeah, they're doing a little bit of poking here, New Guys is.
So we get the top trade, which is typically what you'll see here. But because Falstad has that global, he's down a whole lot faster than the Zeratul Arthas. Oh, but this could be a dead Tyrael here. Yes, Tyrael did get caught out there. But New Guys able to capitalize and get the shots on the core, giving them a 4-shot lead. And I'm so glad that Blizzard fixed it, and I no longer have to do percentage-based math on this map as an observer. ETC taking a chunk of damage from that Leoric, but Leoric Wraith walking away from the Tychus. It's interesting picking the Leoric into the Tychus.
I mean, like, we got Leoric heals percentage of his maximum health, and Tychus doing percentage of maximum health.
Right, and it's like this weird kind of... I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe that, but it feels weird. So, we do have 2Boosted ahead in XP just slightly. Obviously, everybody's already got their 4s. Level 7 is just around the corner for both teams.
Zeratul coming up top to see if he can't pick off this Falstad.
Leoric about to die, able to barely escape. I think Falstad might actually be in trouble here. I think Zeratul's waiting until Arthas can bait him back just a little bit more. Oh, if Arthas had landed that root, that would have been a dead Zeratul, or a dead Falstad rather.
Be ready. You must capture them quickly.
All right, so bottom lane is where we're gonna see the next altar spawn. 2Boosted grabbing their camp yet again to push against you guys. Leoric and Li Ming both being back to the base to recharge health and mana. That gives 2Boosted a significant advantage here on this altar. I think they're gonna get it for free at this point.
Tychus doing a little bit of damage there.
Same with Zeratul. The chunks are coming out. Li Ming doing some damage to Tychus. And we do have Lucio just wall riding all over the place right now. Obviously, 7s are available for both teams. Ooh, Leoric might be in danger here. And he does go down. That should give 2Boosted enough of a advantage to take this altar.
And you guys not really giving up yet though. They're getting in here.
They're pushing in really hard, and Arthas getting really low. Zeratul really low, but Tyrael does go down first. Leoric, of course, already up because of his trait. And New Guy's not wanting to give this up at all.
Ooh, Falstad getting caught out here. He doesn't have any more mana.
He is going to die. Leoric might get barely able to escape with his Wraith Walk, and Tychus just clearing as much of the minions as he can. And that's going to finally push that altar over to 2Boosted. A little bit larger view of the talents in case you needed them. And we already have 2Boosted grabbing their camp again. New Guys finally grabbing their camp. I think this is the first time they've grabbed this camp. And I do expect us to see a little fight here bottom lane, because 2Boosted really wants to get these sappers in on that fort, but I don't know that they're going to be able to. Falstad actually down here. That's 4 on 2. I think this is going to be the end of that sapper camp. But Tyrael killed up top against the Arthas solo.
He was actually up against he was actually up against Zeratul, and then Zeratul baited him in, and Arthas went and ganked up.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that, because I was watching the dance in the bottom lane going back and forth at the time. We do have 10s available, obviously, for. That is a solid Tychus versus Leoric percentage damage contest going on there. So 10's available, obviously, for 2Boosted, and right around the corner now for the boys in the New Guys. Shrines or altars are spawning up in the top lane. 10's available for both teams. Now is when I expect to see some magic happen. ETC did go stage dive, and Falstad may be dead here. Ooh, yep, you're not getting away from Zeratul that easily. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and trade shots both ways. Both teams are at 28 of 40, and might have a nice little fight brewing mid lane here. Not sure how that's supposed to work out with Li Ming bottom lane, but you never know. Ooh. Instead, we might have Li Ming going down. Arthur's slowing down Lucio. Lucio could be in trouble here, but Li Ming able to use her heroic to separate Lucio from the rest of 2Boosted. And Mystic, guess what? The camp's back up, and 2Boosted's already on it. I will give 2Boosted credit for this. They are taking over this bottom lane camp as soon as it respawns. So props to them for staying on top of that. Also, always looking to possibly invade the New Guys bottom camp.
Falstad just having this paranoia in top lane. He's like, Zeratul's always around the corner, and correctly so, because he just narrowly dodged a Zeratul gank.
Zeratul is around the corner at all times. Look. Zeratul went the long way around. Falstad may be about to get eaten here. Oh, this is a dead Falstad again. Zeratul is having a field day killing the Thunder Chicken. Stage dive coming down.
Oh, and they come down here. Stage dive.
Out comes Lucio's shields, and everybody is popping everything. Lucio should be next to die. I do believe we'll see Tyrael go down as well here, especially now that Zeratul is on site. That will be a dead Tyrael, and probably where we end it. At least that fight, especially with 2 altars spawning. 2 kills for nothing. 13 level talents have been picked up for 2Boosted. And ETC has finished Progrock. So, free heals, boys, free heals. Just gather around your ETC friend. At least until 2.0 launches. If I remember correctly, that talent just goes away.
Activate them now.
And
Hey, make it give everybody armor instead.
that would be cool, wouldn't it? That's going to be 2 towers over 2. 2 boosted, giving them an 8-shot lead, 20 versus 28. Lucio taking a ton of damage there.
What was that about healers soaking lanes?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I just want to switch down bottom lane in case we see something happen here. As Dreadnought is so often pointing out, when your healer is split soaking for you, it usually means you've lost the game. I don't know. Because this is Towers of Doom, I don't know how true that is. It simply puts you at a huge disadvantage in any team fights, right? Because your healer is no longer there. Okay, so they did get the invade to work that time. Oh, Lucio got deleted. Oh, so many deaths coming out. Tyrael does pop Sank to try and save himself. It's not going to be enough. I do maybe think he's going to die here. That's going to be the end of Tyrael. So, I was about to say 2Boosted did get their stealing of you guys' camp to finally work for them. Li Ming going down. I really like the Void Prison on the fort to, like, it was a defensive fort Void Prison. Like, hey, we know we need to engage on this. Let me stop the fort from shooting each other. And that's what he, well played, Zeratul. I don't recall seeing Void Prison used that way before while I was casting a game. So I really enjoyed that. This could be the death of Leoric as well. Ooh. Man, Arthas and ETC really tried hard to grab that Leoric there.
Once again, 2Boosted taking their camp, which just came up.
And this could be 3 shots going over onto the core. Oh, we had a little bush party getting set up. Oh, that is a really nice 2-man entomb there. A lot of damage coming out onto Arthas and onto Zeratul. But you guys not able to secure a kill. However, they were able to secure a couple of shots on the core. Ooh, that should be a dead Arthas, yes. ETC diving into the back line, not able to get a kill, and may go down for his troubles. ETC is now dead. Zeratul doing a ton of damage to the back line of the new guys, but he may die as well. He's really low. Nice, solid silence coming out from Malf using that Twilight Dream. Tyrael diving back in, and Li Ming goes down. Sank is out. Oh, the Void Prison. That might be a dead Leoric. But no real damage to follow up as Tychus was too far away. Leoric taking it now, though. Whew. So many so low. That's going to be a dead Tyrael. And there is still 1 altar available. And 2Boosted is going to get that for another 5 shots on the core. Bringing it down to 7 shots remaining for the new guys. Now, I know it looks bad, but it's not necessarily over. However, Falstad's about to die. He barely gets out of that. And now I expect, yep, 2Boosted to attack this boss and put it down as quickly as possible. Thus giving them 4 more shots on the core, bringing it down to 3 needed, which is any altar. I really like this timing. Even though they just lost their bottom bell tower that they'd stolen from the new guys, this puts them at an advantage where they could lose one of their own bell towers and still win the game getting 1 altar. This is a really good spot for 2Boosted to be sitting in right now.
Oh, ETC might be cut out here.
It was close, but he was not. Meanwhile, we do have 2Boosted grabbing that top camp and looking to push in on the top bell tower. That's going to cause Falstad to have to clear it out. All of new guys moving as 1 now. 16's obviously out for both teams if you haven't noticed. Here's a little bit bigger view of the talents. Nothing really shocking.
New guys do have the power spike of the Tyrael Holy Ground now, though.
They absolutely do. It's just a question of where can they actually pick someone off. Lucio taking a ton of damage from Zeratul. is able to get out of it. Tyrael now coming in from the top. This could be the holy ground spot. I just don't think that was what he was looking for there.
Well, the Sank goes
Sank
out.
does come out, so does Entomb. Lots of damage going out for both teams. Everybody is popping everything. Who will be the first to die here? Li Ming picked off in the back by Zeratul, followed by Falstad by ETC and Arthas. Lucio really low and one slide away from death, but Tyrael gonna go down to Tychus's dukes in the back. And with that altar spawn, I do expect 2Boosted to grab that right now and finish the game going forward and eliminating new guys in this best of 3 for HGC Open Division NA Cup 5 Round 1.